How's it? What do you know? Wednesday morning. What a way to start it off. Shoulders. Again, scheduling is a bit on the topsy-turvy side, but who's here complaining? We're getting things done throughout the week and things are going to be finished. So there's no need to complain about the order of such. Now, that in mind, it's only me who's stressing about that. I'm like 90% sure about that. But you know, all it really does is it means my recovery time between doing each muscle group is slightly less, but not that big a deal. Not that big a deal. So, as you do this morning, I woke up and the addictive, terrible habit of looking at your phone straight away struck me, and I was scrolling and stuck in that awful loop, and I saw a small little video. And the video, some fella was claiming that in order to in order to be successful, rather, you need to be able to be very comfortable by yourself and be able to just be alone. Now, I found that quite interesting for two reasons, right? Because I think it is partially true, but then I also think it's kind of a bit of like one of these weird trends almost towards success. So I thought about it a bit more and I was like, okay, well, I understand that you need to be comfortable being alone, because if you want to really put your mind to something, you can't really just be distracted 24/7. And, you know, that's a reasonable thing to, you know, expect if you're trying to fully commit and fully get into something without any distractions. You're going to have to be more comfortable with your own company and just chill. Now, the reason I kind of disagree with it as well is because if you have correct time management and you can correctly, you know, accomplish what you need to accomplish within the day and, you know, do it within a certain period of time, you will have time to socialize, to spend with people. And personally, I quite enjoy my own company. If anything, I think I might be too comfortable in my own company. I can go weeks without seeing another person and I'll be perfectly happy. But it is very true that humans are social animals and we do need, you know, interaction with other people, or you will just go insane, which is not ideal. So I don't recommend going weeks without talking to people. But you know, it's like not, I think the way it was like perceived in this video is like it was a detrimental thing to like cut everyone out and, you know, stop doing this. And I think that's the issue with a lot of these things on the internet. It's like everything becomes so like night and day. There's no in between. It's you have to do this, otherwise you're not going to get this. And you know, to an extent, that's true. Like, if you don't put in hard work, you don't go through a bit of discomfort, etc., you're not going to achieve what your goals, right? But at the same time, it doesn't mean you can't have a balance in your life. And, you know, I talk about a lot is work hard, play hard. So working hard, you know, getting your education, etc., Play hard can be from, you know, socializing to going to the gym. And that's just a balance, and you need that as well with like socializing and being able to spend time alone and focusing on your aspirations, etc. That's good. You need to be able to do that, but you could also do need other humans to interact with, because the majority of the time you can get stuck in your own brain and stuck in your own way of thinking, and someone else will, you know, knock you out of that and make you think again and be like, oh damn, there is other ways of doing things, which is incredibly handy, you know, social creatures for a reason. And yeah, I think then it becomes more of an issue, and I think like it wasn't explained too well. But I think the issue becomes when you start letting social things impact your work and impact your aspirations and the things you're working towards. So if you're, you know, working towards a goal and it requires a lot of, you know, work, as big goals often do, and you start, you know, slacking off because you want to go, I don't know, partying on a weekday, or you want to go, you know, do something during the hours where you're supposed to be working, I think that's when it does become an issue. And I think that's why the emphasis is so heavily put on that you need to be comfortable alone. Because if you start, you know, start ignoring your responsibilities in order to, you know, have fun and, you know, do all this because it's more enjoyable, then obviously, yeah, you do most likely have an issue there. But if you can balance things correctly, and the way I love to balance things, and I know it's a bit miserable, is, but if you just think of things as if it's a work week, you know, Monday to Friday evening, work. Then Saturday, Sunday, go ahead, have fun. But make sure that you can have fun on that Saturday, Sunday, because you know you've done everything you possibly can during the week. Because, like, otherwise you're going to burn out. There's no purpose in, you know, absolutely frying yourself all day, every day, throughout the week, if you're just going to keep, if you're going to burn out. So, you know, you do need rest times. And for some people, you may not need the weekend to rest. You can just keep working throughout the weekend. But personally, for me, I like to have a little bit of a break, you know? Like, a Saturday and Sunday, I relax. I'm not, like, being lazy and, like, you know, putting myself back, taking steps back in my work. And I'm still conscious and aware of what I need to do. But I just let off the gas a bit. I chill, I recuperate. So when Monday hits again, I can hit it with full speed, you know, get everything going. Otherwise, you're just going to be a useless bum. And we can't be having that. Anyway, so let's have a quick breakdown of the workout we did today. So we did shoulders. Very nice. So we started with seated military press, very heavy movement as per usual. We went up a fair bit. For some reason, actually I know the reason, my my rep range for 80 kilos was a lot lower than usual, just purely because I haven't eaten yet and I need to eat now, so whatever. And yeah, I just warmed up appropriately, properly. I went very light all the way up to very heavy and then did my working sets. Now, I supersetted that, no, I didn't superset that, but after I did sway bar front raises, just to absolutely knock out my front delts, just out for the count for the whole day. So you get them out the way quickly. Then you move on to side delts. Side delts we did, you know, just dumbbell raises, and then the leaning against a bench equivalent, just so you get that extra tension and, you know, nice feeling on your delt, because you don't really want to be, you know, moving it with all the rest of your body and your back, etc., etc. And if you struggle with delt, side delt activation, I highly recommend that, because I've heard a lot of people say they struggle with it. And it's really only just a struggle until you get some mind-muscle connection. And once you get some mind-muscle connection with your side delt, it'll be a lot easier to do normal. I think that's called lateral raises, I don't know. But in the beginning, I find it can be easy just to do the side leaning against the bench on a single arm. Then we finished it off with rear delts, which I probably should have done in the beginning of the workout again, but I keep forgetting to do that. And we... what did we, yeah, it was just rear delts, superset, no, drop setting it. I love a drop set for rear delts, absolutely cooks your rear delts, especially since I find I don't have a lot of working sets in them because it's such a small muscle, so I just quickly hit them and then done. And they like actively sore already, so I think that that's quite a good working method for myself at least. Yeah. So it was a good workout in terms of shoulders, really enjoyed it. And it's kind of weird. It's like feeling almost euphoric because this is like my second last shoulder workout of the split, and I don't know, it's going to be weird going back to a, you know, a kind of normalish split that's not as intense and not 8 workouts in 5 days. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. However, take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I'm no doctor, no genius, no scientist. I'm just some fella. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. And you can take a smidgen and implement into your life. And at the very least, it's a little bit of food for thought. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.